I wanted to share, I don't know what to call it, a tool that I've been building for, I don't know, several months now. It's been an evolution. I've been using a lot of code in Python, and I thought maybe it would be a good idea to create a user interface for this tool. So what I've kind of created is I'm calling it the Instacourse dashboard, and this is going to be a suite of tools mainly for me to use to work on Canvas courses, to expedite the speed of development, and to reduce nuance and annoying redundancy. So what this does basically is it's a website. It's an AI powered server that basically can do a lot of things via API with Canvas. So I have profiles set up. I've got Union in there. I've got Hillary's course from Miami-Dade in there. It's meant to be where you can kind of add whatever profile or institution you want. But I've got some default parameters set into the profiles, and we're currently dialed into Union. Eventually this tool will have a couple of different sections. I just finished the course tools, the manage Canvas syllabus section, and that's what this video is going to be about. Moving forward, I plan to add a modules section. And so, for instance, Hillary came to me and said, can you help me with my Canvas course? I need it built. I have my assignments, my discussions, my readings for each week's module, all the content, and I've got it organized into folders on my computer. I just need to get it up to Canvas. Well, I take those files, the resources, the assignments, the discussions, or I have her write an overview of what she wants students to be able to do for that week's tasks, and I put all that in a program, and I marry it to AI, I marry it to Canvas, and it basically builds the entire module in a matter of 15-20 seconds. It can build one module, or it can build 16, so I'm going to be adding that functionality in. But for this video, I wanted to demonstrate cleaning up Union's syllabus and syllabi and making that process easier for faculty. So what you would essentially do is if you've got a course, for instance, like right here, and I'll just go home real quick to let you get your bearings. This is a course. You got your modules, and you've also got under the syllabus area just the placeholder text. Nothing's in there. I think most of the templates have the default template that's not filled out. So this is the course we're looking at and we're targeting. So I put this information into this Instacourse dashboard. And so what I would do is if I wanted to merge a syllabus, and just to give you an idea of what type of syllabus we're going to be merging with, is right here. Okay, well, if I can find it here. Yeah, here it is. Okay, this is just to give you an idea of the original file we're going to be working with. This is an older syllabus. I couldn't find this course being offered in summer or fall, so I couldn't get the dates from my Union, because that'd be a lot more accurate for putting in for what we're going to do. But you can see this syllabus has a lot of problems. It's got table issues. It's missing some of the borders. It's got double borders and double tables within tables. Definitely things that are going to flag for ADA. And these types of things need to be cleaned up, and it's very difficult for our faculty to do that. Also notice the assignment dates need to be updated, and probably the policies, and it needs to be brought up to date to the newer template that's approved. So that's what we're working with. And so what you would do is you go to Manage Canvas Template, and you get a few options here. You can change the syllabus course title, how it appears in Canvas, and you've got a couple of processing modes. You can process it just as is, so it doesn't make any changes, or you can merge it with the Union default template. We're going to do the merge it with the Union default template, and when you do that, it's going to go in, and you got to choose the file. So I'm going to choose my file, which is right here. There we go, open. And we're going to update and preview syllabus. This is going to take a minute to prepare, because what's happening is it's first uploading the syllabus, and my Starlink internet is not like super blazing fast, so it takes a minute. Once it uploads the syllabus to the server, it's parsed out by the Python. The Python hands it off to OpenAI servers and generative AI. Generative AI then completes the merge and passes the file back to the Python within my web servers, and then that is passed into a preview window, a document preview window, and that's going to come up here in just a minute. Now, because it's difficult to make a video like this, I kind of jumped ahead and did this already so that I wouldn't have to wait for a long period of time, because there's a few different steps in this process. Actually, there's only two. Once this process finishes, it's going to merge that syllabus with the current default union template. So all that instructor's data, outcomes, the weekly schedule will be put into the template version for the union syllabus, and it'll look nice, and it'll also be ADA compliant. At that point in time, the document preview window is going to show, and you have more options. Those options include, as I'll show you here, so after that processes, it's going to basically show the syllabus like this, and this is his syllabus. And then at the very bottom, you've got more options. You can use AI to clean up the HTML. You can use AI to improve the formatting for Canvas. So if you find that it's not working quite well, you can go back through this process and click this button, and it's going to clean it up for Canvas. And then you can also use AI to fix and shift scheduled dates. So I previously typed in the prompt here to update the scheduled dates from 2024, which is what his syllabus was, to the summer session 5/11 to I think 8/13, and you would just go ahead and click the button, and then it updates that preview window. And so in the preview window, you can see that all of his dates are now updated from 5/11 on week 1 to 5/18, 5/25, and it also updated his header with summer 2026, and there's the course start and end dates right there. So it updated all of that. Now the beauty of this editor is if I wanted to further make changes, I can just simply highlight, delete, and type in different things. Like maybe the copyright was actually 2021, and I wanted to change maybe some of my major assessments, the points. You could easily change any of this data right here without using code or anything. Now if you wanted to use code, you can definitely use the code editor, or you can switch back to the visual editor. So once you've got the syllabus the way you want, what you can do is simply publish edited syllabus to the Canvas course. And in the profile settings, we already set it to my instructional design course. So we go ahead, and there's a warning. It says it's going to replace the syllabus that's currently in your course, and you click OK, and then it's going to have a short working thing, and then you're going to get a published result. So if you go back to your Canvas course, what you're going to see is this is what we had. If you refresh, you will see a brand new, fully updated syllabus in your Canvas area. Now let's just check back on the previous process where we were letting it load, and it's finished now, and it brought that syllabus in. However, this syllabus has not had the dates run on it, so it's still showing 2024. So that's that second step. So once you would go down here and type in shift all dates, and I even gave an example prompt, shift all scheduled dates so the course begins on date X, keep the same weekly pattern, do not change assignment names or grading information, and you hit that and it will update all the dates. And that's what we just had and what we just sent to Canvas. And I thought that this would be it's a tool for me. No one else has access to this. It's password protected, it's shielded under a ton of security, it increases my development time significantly. However, with further development, this could be something that if I didn't do or use, but it only takes a minute, so I could handle probably 50-60 faculty asking for syllabus merges per day, versus before where it was a lot more time consuming. So I just wanted to kind of debut and show a little bit of what this tool can do that I've been spending a lot of time developing. I'd like to hear your thoughts, feedback, whatnot. I've also been working on a plagiarism detection system that utilizes the Canvas API. I've talked to Canvas developers about it. They're interested. They're also working on something similar. I did do a test on Turnitin, and it's showing to be a lot more accurate now. They've definitely upped their game. I could not get anything past them so far as trying yet. The one that I wrote basically will look at the student and it'll target the student ID. It'll chase them through all their courses that they're enrolled in Canvas. It'll pull down all their assignments and all their discussions, and then it's passed off. The AI basically comes in and establishes a baseline. So if they're in a course that is like a fun course and they say, hey, what did you do last summer? And they're going to be more apt to not use AI to complete that discussion prompt, for instance. The AI uses that as a baseline for their original writing, then it compares it to maybe other assignments that are like a 3-page, 5-page paper, and it looks to see if the language patterns match, if the human elements match in the papers, and then it gives a likelihood of comparability. I don't know what to call it. Gives a likelihood of it being AI generated or not, and then it gives steps, offers steps for the instructors, because you can't just say, oh, you cheated, and that's the problem with Turnitin. It seems to be very accurate now, but I still wouldn't say, oh, it's 97% AI, you cheated. You still have issues with that. You need to, be more diplomatic about it. Anyway, it's going to be a suite of tools that's going to really make our Canvas installation a lot more powerful. Unfortunately, I don't have any tutorials to go off of, so this is bleeding edge experimental. There's not anyone really doing this out there. All that's out there are the API documentation that Canvas developers release, and that's where it sets. But having worked with these types of things with Moodle, because you can do the same thing with Moodle, it's an interesting tool. So I thought I'd share this and see what you guys thought. And again, this would be the final product as far as the syllabus goes. And in Canvas, you can go in still and edit this syllabus and have it be changed for that single course. Now, I will say I could modify the page to be able to push the syllabus to multiple courses, but that may be something I don't really see a need for, because syllabi are pretty much like a one-on-one type thing. So anyways, this is just kind of an example of what you can do, and obviously this is a huge time saver. So let me know what you think. Hope you enjoyed the video.